this time, I'd like to ask Louise, Gina, Jill, and Sean on behalf of the 1998 National Championship Cheerleading Team to step forward and be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I'd like to start by saying that we couldn't be more honored than to stand here and accept this incredible first-time achievement of Bartlett cheerleading being recognized in the Bartlett Hall of Fame. We thank those of the committee who worked hard to make this happen. This team truly deserves their name on that banner over there, as they simply are the most amazing team from their commitment to their dedication and hard work. This team went from dead last to fifth to announcing immediately after awards the year before, we will be the 1998 national champions. Mom and I said, yeah, sure you will. Knowing in the back of our minds that could never happen. From that day, those girls, when they stepped off that plane in 1997, they began their journey to becoming the champions they were. This team got out of school every day at 2 p.m. They ran to Powerhouse Gym, where they physically trained with a trainer for 2 hours. They then ran from the gym back to Bartlett for our traditional 6 to 8 practice. They literally breathed, ate, and slept their win, and in the end, the very first team in the entire East Coast of the United States to make finals, let alone win.
From the moment we arrived in Orlando, the girls found signs for their success everywhere. From the broken down Boaz bus, Boaz being one of our biggest competitors, the Boaz dad videotaping our practices from the bushes, the blue punch buggies, which were just there for us, to the nightly fireworks show and the stars in the sky meant only for them. And last but not least, to our loyal fans, the parents, and their loyal coach, Wally. Their amazing performance in preliminaries sent them straight to finals, bypassing semifinals. Their final performance had more energy and excitement than any performance Bartlett had ever had. With the announcement of each placement from 5th to 3rd, our dream could actually be coming true. When 2nd place was announced, we knew against all odds that we actually had won. The talented group of 11 girls started a winning legacy that we were able to continue for many years.
This accomplishment, of course, wasn't possible without the best of all team leaders. From the captains of the 2 teams of 4 to the best captains and senior group any Bartlett cheerleading team has ever seen. Accepting less than the best was absolutely no option. So without further ado, would our 1998 National Cheerleading Championship team captains, Jill Osterkolowitz and Shauna Peterson, please step forward to accept this amazing award.
We would like to invite the rest of our team to join us as we accept this invitation tonight. That's a wonderful addition. I think we needed that.
She just wanted to touch it.
That's true.
Stay there in case There we go.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much to the Hall of Fame Committee for recognizing and validating our accomplishment as Bartlett athletes. And also thank you, Mom, Carla Manzi, for believing in us and initiating the induction process. To our fellow athletes here tonight, kudos to every one of you, especially those who traveled near and far, football team, our soccer team, our siblings, our spouses. We are humbled and extremely grateful to you all.
So for those of you that are not familiar with our story, it goes back to when we're young. For most of us, we were in the Zagami's living room as small children watching Cheerleaders on ESPN, which I imagine turned into the Recco's living room, which is now probably Stewicky's living room, watching the same teams win year after year. It was Paul Lawrence Dunbar, you had Christian Brothers, you had Connie, you had Boaz. No one beat those teams. And, we practiced those routines as 10, 11-year-olds. And to anybody that would watch them but not really an audience. Fast forward a few years, some of us are incoming freshmen, now we're finally old enough to compete with those teams. We did really good in states and we weren't quite good enough to go. So come our sophomore year, there's a few more of us up here that were on that team and we had that goal, let's get down there, let's compete, let's show them that we belong as part of that team. And we did it. We qualified, we got a bid to finally go down there and compete in UCA Nationals, which was huge. And we knew to compete in UCA Nationals, you had to have a routine that was so hard. And we did it. We had a routine that was so hard. The problem with that routine was that we could not do it. But we did it, we had it, and we knew it in our heads, and we did everything from wishing and praying. Do you remember that Buddha doll? We rubbed its bellies. We went down to Florida with this routine that we had never done before, but we wished and prayed, and we went out on the mat, and as you can imagine, we did awful. I don't know between Jill and I whose head. There was blood, our faces hit the mat, our butts hit the mat. Someone was so nervous they peed their pants on someone else. Not only was it terrible, but we came in dead last in the entire competition. And we learned a really important lesson that year. And although we came in dead last, that was probably the most important thing that happened to this program. And we knew that we wanted to go back and we wanted to prove to those teams that we belonged there. And when we went back that year, we just were unstoppable. We won every competition when we came home. So the next year, we actually set a goal. And it was, let's get down there and let's make it to finals. Maybe it was a superficial goal. We wanted to be on ESPN. That's a really cool goal to have. And we did it. We went down there that next year. We worked really hard. We had a specific goal. We went down there. And we made it. We made it into the finals. Not only did we make it into the finals, but we got 5th place and we were featured on ESPN. So that lit the fire and it gave us the confidence we needed. By the next year, we had this entire group up here. We were all together. We had a new goal. We were going to go down there and we were going to get out there. We were going to beat teams that had never been beat in the history of this competition. We were going to win and we were going to get those national champion jackets. You see here. The training that we did that year, I'm not kidding, it had to rival the training that Olympians do. We were up before school. We're with Mr. Mrazek, we have our homeroom teacher here. We were out before school, we were running after school. If we couldn't get the mat, if Tony didn't want to share the gym with us, we didn't care. We were practicing on the cement. It did not matter. We were out there, we were working hard, we did what we had to do. We even used the auditorium. Do you remember making us tumble on that stage? It was probably the scariest thing that happened to a lot of us. We did visualization, we did meditation, anything we needed to do. So we got down to Florida with a routine so strong that we could do that everywhere we went, a crowd formed and people were watching us. All the confidence we needed, we weren't even in the competition yet, and ESPN cameras were everywhere we went. They were following us. It was just the confidence that oozed from this team. It was such a surreal experience. So we completed in the preliminary round, and as you guys have already said, we scored right to the finals. finals came and we just went out there and, we did our job. And I don't think anyone will ever forget the feeling of the announcer saying in this year's national champion, and let me say that again, national champion, was out of Webster, Massachusetts. Looking back at the whole experience, it's so much more than a trophy or a jacket or ESPN. It's the life lessons that come from being dead last in something and working your way up to first place. We learned that wanting something, it's not going to get it for you. No matter how hard you wish and you pray and you rub on Buddha dolls, you have to work hard, you have to set goals, you have to push to be better and stronger than everyone around you. And looking at this group of ladies around me, I couldn't be more proud to stand up here with them. Everyone, it's obvious, has taken those lessons with them for their life after high school. Every single person you see behind me is college educated. Many are managing others. They're in positions of leadership. So many of them behind me are leaders in the fitness industry, and we still have a huge impact of other people. No one was afraid to start at the bottom in the new industry because we know. I don't care if you're paying us $5 an hour. We can look at you and we know we can be better than you in 4 years. And it's not only us. Between us, this little group up here, we have close to 20 kids. So we left them home tonight because we want to get together after. But this next generation, they're learning that if you're physically and mentally strong, you can do anything. So to all the coaches in this room, please remember, it's not about that trophy, it's not about that day. The lessons that you're teaching everybody, they go far, far, far beyond the trophy, so thank you.
Yeah. Shauna, you totally killed that. That was amazing. I don't know how I'm going to follow up with that, but I'm going to try my best. Cheerleading is absolutely the first thing that immediately comes to mind when we all talk about high school up here. Perhaps because we didn't have time to do anything else. Supporting our varsity teams pushed us more to be more than any average sideline girl. So in addition to our home games, our away games, our daily practices, our gym sessions, our spaghetti suppers, our poster making, and our ever-beloved pep rally, we knew that we needed to compete with the best of the best in order to further showcase our abilities. And we didn't just want the visiting schools to know what Bartlett athletics was made of. We didn't want the state to know about the Indians. Not even spreading the word throughout New England seemed good enough for us. We were motivated to show the entire country the power that is generated out of Webster, Massachusetts. Yeah. So not just from us, after all, we thrive on each other's success, but from all of us together, in this whole room, in this whole town. Every member of every team, every coach, every supporter, collectively, we are Bartlett. And we would not stop until the entire country knew about us. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for allowing us to be that voice. For having trust in our talents. Oh my God, it's like amazing, amazing. To our coaches and our families for supporting us through it all. Nobody wins alone. No team wins alone. And we certainly couldn't have achieved this title, this national championship title, without all of you. Especially Mrs. Cody, yes. Gina, Daniel, John Pistori, Paul Kigoski, Donald Cushing, our families. Oh my God, through the blood, the sweat and the tears, the concussions, the broken noses. Broken throats. Yes. We will forever be bonded by our championship and now as fellow Hall of Famers. Our tradition here at Bartlett High School is unlike any other. Life will continue to lead us down different paths, but one thing will never cease to exist. Once a Bartlett Indian, always a Bartlett Indian. I heard this before tonight and I was so excited because it started with this quote and it will end with this quote. Tradition never graduates. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Love you guys.
Of course, we couldn't end on a quiet note. To remind everyone what the cheerleading team left around all Disney World and around every competition that they competed in. We are the Indians, the mighty, mighty Indians.